All right, since we live, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, bear with us. Let's just check. Make sure the phone is up and running. All right, we in there. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's open up with this this AI video here. But hey, this is a real life scenario that's soon to come. All right.
Fees good.
There we go.
All public benefit systems will now require national biometric ID enrollment. Benefits will be restored upon chip implantation.
They're making us choose.
Open it up! We need food! It's gone! EBT don't work nowhere!
Power grid outages are continuing across the officials urge residents to remain. That's it. They really cut us off.
Mama, is this all we got?
To continue receiving nutritional credits, citizens must verify identity via implantable BioID. Please remain calm and follow the directions of registration officials.
Can you run it again?
Did yours go through? All the cards are down?
Hold still. No chip, no eggs.
But I just...
Move along, ma'am.
Oh, baby.
Mama, is this all we got?
Let me slow it down real quick, Salakia. All right, we almost there.
Hold out your wrist. Next, hold out your wrist.
I don't want it.
Then you won't eat. They said it'd come. We just didn't know it would be like this.
Mark East system has arrived.
Digital ID for the right to work.
The digital identity is not just a passport that you will have on your iPhone in a digital form. It entails just about everything the government would like to know about you.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker.
Revelation 13:16-17. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Man, all right, Shalom. Jim at Charlotte. Jim at Charlotte back at you with another live lesson. All right. New Year's Eve of Destruction, 2026. And I put in parentheses the beast. All right, as you see on the screen here, man. I had to add the chip in there too. All right. Hey, this is the world. This is the world to come. As you know, I did a lesson previously going into the what's it called, The Economist. All right, and it talked about the world to come, which is going to consist of more wars, pestilence, plagues. Okay, this is destruction to come. All right, so before we even get into everything, you brothers can add in there, whatever you want to add real quick.
I got saying, now you speak, priest.
I got to add a quick precept. Just open it up.
Yeah.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And hey, the things that our teachers, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down to brothers, like us, have been speaking on these things for years.
Yes.
And as we're seeing, these things are here. All right, the beast system is here. You know, in 2026, hey, this might be the year, man. All right, as we see, digital ideas are being pushed. All right, the talks of people getting, you know, that chip implanted inside their body, Neuralink. You know, all these things are being talked about and pushed on the forefront, man. You know, so like the Lord said, man, hey, the vision was yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and it's speaking loud and clear right now, showing us that, hey, we are right here at the door, man. All right, all hell's about to break loose. All right, 2026. Hey, this, Lord willing, this is it, man. You know, or if it's not, we see that this is the beginning step for this, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing being laid. All the infrastructure for this system is being laid. They've been laying out the infrastructure throughout the last few years. Even under the Biden administration, they've been laying forth the infrastructure with the 5G technology and all this stuff you see with the CBDC, the Fed now, the social credit system that they're laying forth. It's all to usher in this technocracy, which will be backed by the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, man. I got one real quick. This Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. As the beloved elder just showed in the video, that's what you just seen, man. That's the hour of temptation. That's what's about to take place very, very soon, man. And the ones that's keeping the patience are the men of the Lord, the ones that's having faith and patience, go back to suffering and doing what they're supposed to do. They make their call and election sure. Apparatus, our Lord willing, the Lord will cover us in these times that we're coming into. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And like you just seen in the video clip, that's going to be a global affair. Just like it took in 2019 with the CBID, that was a global affair. This is going to be a global. That's why they call it what? The New World Order. It's going to be a global affair. So this is going to try everybody that's dwelling on the face of the earth, man. Because this is the system that they're about to roll out.
Yep. Hey, can I get Habakkuk 2 and 3? Straight to the point, the appointed time. Does somebody want to grab that?
Kanye, I bring it. It says for the yet for a time.
Salaki, you was breaking. You was breaking up real bad. Salaki, brother. Can you read that again?
Yeah, this thing's tripping. All right, Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Yeah. So the vision, the vision is no longer tarrying, man. It's here. All right. That's why we're going into this, because 2026 is going to be a hell of a year, man. Shit is going down. This could be the year, as we always talk about, man. Year to year. Hey, don't the scriptures say to hasten the day?
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, let me grab that in Isaiah 61. All right. This is the year of the vengeance of our Lord. I'm just thinking out loud. Isaiah 61, and we'll get into it here. Right. This is Isaiah 61 and verses 1 and 2. And it reads, it says, the spirit of the Lord power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is upon me, because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted and to proclaim liberty to the captives, in which we are the captives. All right. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanics, the Israelites. All right. So the message, again, part of this message, this new song that's being sung, is that liberty is coming, man. All right. Yahweh Shah is going to come and deliver us from this final captivity. Right. It says to proclaim liberty to the captives, in the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Right. Verse 2, the point, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And again, this is what the prophets are proclaiming. You know, Lord willing, this 2026, this year be the year where they usher this thing in. When they usher in the chip, okay, they crash the economy. You know what I'm saying? The civil wars take off, nuclear war. You see what I'm saying? All these things that are going to bring in the final chapters, the final chapter of Babylon, right? So it says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, in the day of vengeance of our power. Okay, we know that the Lord is coming back with vengeance, man. He's coming back to deliver his people to avenge his temple. All right, first and foremost, starting with the elect. Okay, So that ties into this day that we look for as well, right? This is the day of the vengeance of our power to comfort all that mourn. All right. So again, this is part of the message. This is part of the comforting of our people to understand that look, there's a way out of here, man. You know, there's life beyond here. Okay, we have better days ahead. This is what we're proclaiming to our people, man. That this shithole that we're in the midst of is almost done, right?
Right.
I can add because what Tazamat brought out earlier in that Revelation of the 3rd chapter, that's the mindset that all of us have to, adopt as we, enter into this year and going into the future period, because that our temptation is going to, be, presented quicker than most people believe, man. Because as you was bringing out, all these different, countries are beginning to introduce these things in different stages, man. Like China already has, the social credit system rolled out. I just seen the other day to where they have drones that pretty much are flying through the sky, and they're the camera they're getting people's faces, so you pretty much can't do shit over there, man, without being seen. All right, like we said, UK and different countries, they're implementing the digital ID. I saw in Finland they're already putting on legislation of banning the teaching of the Bible. So all the layout of this anti-Messiah system is all being laid out, but it's just we're waiting for it to be made on a worldwide front where all the countries in the world are come together in union, which will create that new world order system, man. So as we see it's gradually taking place as we speak, which is why what we read in Habakkuk, it may seem like it's tarrying, but really for these Americans over here, they're asleep because they're not paying attention to world news. They're not seeing what's going on outside of this country, man. So to them, it's going to come like a thief in the night because they're not paying attention, which is why it's important for us to be on our watchtower, man.
That's right. Kind of real quick, and we'll jump to the video. This Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And what you're seeing, we're in that time where the Lord is revealing one of the last key parts of prophecy, man. And the men of the Lord that have the eyesight are here to warn you and tell you what's about to take place, man. This is why we constantly have to get on these camps all the time about Revelation 13 and 16, because this is a major prophecy that's about to come to pass right before you, man. And it's a time and a purpose to every season under the heaven. And what do you see taking place? Prophecy. The last key parts of this of the Bible is being laid forth, man. The last key parts that's going to bring forth everything else, man. As far as the destruction, the collapse, all this is going to be backed by this system that they're setting up, man. Sure. And this is all the will of Yahweh Shemal Shah, because everything according to Bible prophecy has to come to pass, man.
Yep. Oh yeah. Let's read it. All right, real quick, let's read here. So this is from discern.tv. It says, could AI be what Daniel was told by Gabriel about knowledge being increased? Right. So I thought this is really interesting here. All right. Because we've been talking about the AI forever now. All right. Because this is a pivotal part of prophecy at the end. Right. So it says, let me make it bigger. So it says the unprecedented explosion of artificial intelligence, construction, investment, and advancements may directly fulfill the biblical prophecy in Daniel 12 and 4, where the Most High, through the angel Gabriel, revealed that knowledge would dramatically increase in the time of the end. This is what we've been saying. All right, we're at the, as they say, we're at the peak. Okay, we're at the peak of his technology, his power. All right. So this is the end. This all entails the end of his world, right? Daniel 12 and 4, but thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased, right? So it says, for generations, believers interpret this as a sign of the last days, with sealed prophetic understanding, opening as human knowledge multiplies exponentially. Today, AI's driven infrastructure boom provides compelling evidence of this fulfillment, right? Hey, we told you, these people watching the prophets, man.
Oh yeah.
It says today, and again, that's the overwhelmingness of prophecy. It says today AI allows deeper dives into data than anything man has had in the past. It is only going to get better at assessing troves of information that are too large for humans to comprehend. All right, because as we've been warning about, that this AI has reached the capacity of a godlike level. Yeah. Right. So again, a lot of time is not left. All right. Global investment in data centers hit a record of 61 billion in 2025, surpassing the previous year's high amid of a construction frenzy, quote unquote, fueled by AI demand. All right, because we are in the midst of an AI race amongst all these nations. All right. It says major tech companies poured hundreds of billions into hyperscale facilities. All right, and I'll read these points and we'll go on. But it says Microsoft committed 80 billion globally for AI-enabled centers. Amazon, Google, Meta, and others projected collective capital expenditures around 300 to 380 billion dollars. Projections indicate sustained growth in 2026 with hyperscalers potentially exceeding $500 billion in spending. All right, so this is the infrastructure that's being set in place. All right, no way around it. You bros want to add in on anything?
Yeah, I want to go real quick because you was bringing up the thing with the AI, talking about how fast it's progression. So I typed in Google. I said, how fast is AI progressing? And the AI overview says AI progress is accelerating exponentially, with performance doubling every few months on some tasks, driven by massive investment, algorithmic breakthroughs, and increased computing power, leading to rapid adoption and capabilities far exceeding early predictions. Though some advancements are invisible until a major leap occurs, phase, seeing AI potentially surpassing human experts soon, with growth rates potentially 10,000 times faster in this decade than previous eras. So, hey, this shit is getting to the point to where this is the society that they want, to be ran like. You're seeing the Palantir, the Gideon, the talks of the pre-crime, system being set up. You got the Flock technology. So they're bringing in a real live, demolition man, style of world, and AI is going to be, the police, your healthcare, your teachers. AI is going to run everything at some point, man. So we're here,
Yep. Real quick. Hey, if we forgot, man, we want to give a double honors to our apostle, Elders of Great Millstone, and double honors to our apostle, Great Millstone, and call y'all by Shemal Shai. If we forgot to do that in the beginning. But I want to bring this out real quick. This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 25, and we know this is speaking on Antioch's epiphany. But hey, the things are written 4 times, written for our learning. You can apply this today because these are the same devils that's being regenerated here in these times. Right. And this is Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policies, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And that's what the elder just showed. And the brother priest was just going into. These are very different policies that he's bringing forth. And this is why you're seeing with the lobbyists and all that money that's backing this AI infrastructure. Where do you think they're getting all that money from, man? The lobbyists in these APAC and all that, they're sponsoring all that money to put forth the infrastructure for this AI system that's about to be brought forth. And that's why you see Esau Edom speaking boldly about bringing it forth, man. They're letting you know what's about to be governing you here in the next few months.
Yeah,
really, that's what they're telling you. They're letting you know, and they're speaking boldly and proudly, and letting you know what system is about to be governing you and the people, man.
Yeah,
and it says
you can't ignore this no more. As I talk about all you people out there that's watching these videos, you bug outs in these other camps. You can't ignore this thing, man. The system is here. We're in the midst of the transition now. All right, 2026 could definitely be the year, bro. Just based off of what's going on in prophecy and these things that they're bringing to pass. You got it out.
Kind. And it says, and through his policies, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And like we said, you can't ignore it. And with the World Economic Forum, probably a year or two ago, they was telling you We're telling you what's about to govern you. We're telling you that we're getting rid of 5G. We're about to bring 6G. 6G is going to be within you. You won't need a smartphone anymore. You're going to be the smartphone. They're proudly and boldly telling you the system that they're about to implement. And it says, in his heart, he shall speak peace and shall destroy many. Because you got to think, man, this is going to bring harm to humanity, man. All these data centers and things like that, it's not going to be actually beneficial to the earth. This is why he's trying to cool the earth down. This is why you see him doing more cloud seeding than ever, because he's trying to cool the earth down so he can run these data centers with all the water and stuff like that. This is going to harm many people, which is going to lead to what? Uproar, civil unrest. You got to think about these a lot of these Edomites going to be goddamn lashing out against this system. So especially like Apostle always bring out these Bible Belt Edomites, especially in the South and Texas and places like that. They see what's going on. So they're going to lash out against this system, man. A lot of them is speaking on it now. That's why we know a lot of you niggas is bought and paid for, because they can see it plain as day. They can see it plain as day, but y'all call yourself men of the Lord, prophets, but y'all can't see that the infrastructure as far as the AI technology and this beast system that's lining up the chip leads to Revelation 13 and 16. Hey, the Lord's not with you, man. Because we can clearly see that this system, this infrastructure is being brought forth, man.
Yeah, because if I can add to you, because you were speaking about the 6G, all right, I believe it's been since like 4 or 5 months that you've seen Gates of Hell come out and really start advocating like the next wave of smartphones is going to be, from inside you. So they've already been conditioning the people to start thinking about having technology inside of them even more than what they was talking about before. So the fact that they're ready to roll out this 6G on top of talks about another scandemic, taking place. All right, the parallels are there, because if I can bring out that picture that you sent earlier. So it says we're starting from 5G. It says 5G launched, the C-19 hit in 2019. 4G launched and H1N1 hit in 2009. 3G launched, influenza 1998. 2G launched, chlorella 1991. 1G launched, influenza 1979. The introduction of radio waves caused the Spanish flu of 1918. Do you see a pattern? Every time the world gets an upgrade on its electromagnetic field, it messes up people breathing clearly. So it just goes to show you that this is not only depopulation, but also Esau rolling this out, because the plan from the very beginning was to merge man with machine. This is why you talk, you see the talks of eugenics and all that. It started out as them talking about making the perfect man, the perfect race and all that bullshit, but really it was always about putting this chip inside you, man.
So
I'm gonna add real quick from the brother GMS Spiritual Arc 144K5, 2 Ezra 9 and 5. But like all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And this is the point. Hey, the end is manifest. It's clear as day, man.
Yeah.
So like you said, Tazama, just adding on to what you said in the spirit, these guys is not talking about this and correctly breaking the scriptures down of the end time and the chip and Revelation 13, 15 on down. They took the bag, man.
Yeah, I got to.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, our Edomites are talking about this. They on the platforms using our talking points.
Mm-hmm.
So what the hell is up with them guys?
Yeah, we get a lot of damn information from Esau when it comes to this tech. Where you think we get this from?
Right.
Yeah, we get it from Esau. Because you got to think about it. You got Edomites that was part of that world, and they came out of it, man, and they see what's going on. Yeah. But it's really the Lord to put the spirit on them to expose it for our benefit.
That's right.
Yeah, like a good example of that is Aaron Russo. He was one of the first ones to bring that out on a world scale, to where we always use his clip, because he was telling people all the way back then that he had a meeting. He met with Nick Rockefeller, who now they say never existed, which is bullshit. But he was talking about how they told him that they was wanting to chip everybody, man. So this has always been a talking point, since the internet has been a thing, man. But I got a preset for you, Tazama, real quick, because like you said, hey, it's clear as day that this is the mark of the beast, man. So anybody that's not speaking on these things, it's clear that you've been, bought out and infiltrated. So this
Con.
is Sirach 29. Sorry, Sirach 20 and 29. It says, presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop of his mouth that he cannot reprove.
Yeah, and that's what you see with a lot of these guys. This is why they don't. Hey, they got the bribes. They got bribes. This is why they don't speak on certain matters. This is why they get upset when they say, "Oh, you're window shopping" and stuff like that. Because why? They got the gifts. They got the 501c tax exempt charter. They done bought lands. They own Vice. They own all these different platforms. Because why? They got this lifestyle now.
Yeah,
They got the lifestyle. They got Esau gave them the toys and the gimmicks to keep them compromised and keep them on the hush, man. So they can't speak on certain matters. This is why when you ask them about Revelation 13 and 16, they want to bring up other scriptures that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like who done that? Captain Tazari. Like what the hell? Like that was trash. The breakdown on that was trash, man. Which leads to our people being more in a confused state, man.
Yeah, I got something real quick. Oh, go ahead, Slocky. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because just even with that, because these guys know that they've been infiltrated, because they'll sit up there and tell you that is everything but the microchip, but then they'll sit there and tell you, but they do introduce a chip, don't take it. But like Apostle Hart said, you're saying that, so why don't you tell them the penalty if they take it? So it shows you that you're playing with the scriptures, man.
Guys are playing. Niggas are talking about getting a black America. All
right.
So if you know these guys are done, I want to just add real quick before we get back to it. This is Ezekiel 11 in verse 2. It says, "Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in the city." All right, talking about, and then you could apply this, all right, to these off camps, the leadership that give wicked counsel in the city. Verse 3, which say it is not near, right? Meaning the end is not near, right? We got time, right? Which say it is not near, let us build houses. The city is the cauldron, and we be the flesh. So what these guys are doing, as it tells you in Micah the 3rd chapter, these guys are tearing the flesh right back off our people, man. Talking about a black America. That's going into building houses. Let's build communities, man.
Yep.
Guys are already in their kingdom. Hey, when you get that super bag, what comes with that? Comfort, security.
Yep.
Guys ain't really thinking about the Lord coming back. You know what I'm saying? Destroying this place. Guys are ready to settle here. This is what you're seeing being manifest right now, man. The false prophets are clear. 2026, the year of apostasy, sellouts, and agents, man.
Oh. Can I get one more for you, Elder? I got one more for you. This is Ezekiel chapter 13 and verse 3, and I'm going to read down real quick. It says, "Thus said the Lord power, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert." And because they sly, they slick, they're very cunning. They use these big maniacal words to fucking play on Jake and shit, emotion and shit, all that sensationalism shit. Verse 5, it says, "Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord," man. And because Jake, they what you're seeing taking place, they're not preparing Jake for the times we're coming into. When you watch the first clip of that, the first thing you should be like, damn, I need the Lord. When you see how bad it's gonna get, when the chipping stations and a martial law and civil unrest, you're gonna need the Lord to be backing you in them times, man. So they ain't go to the gaps and the hedges and to prepare you for the time of battle. Because Esau Edom, in that time, he's basically waging war against you, man. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, because it's pretty much a battle on who you're going to worship. You're going to worship the God of the Bible, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, or you're going to worship him, which is you picking Satan's side, man.
That's right.
Because one thing, like, hey, when we went to Whole Foods Saturday, man, a lot of these people know that chip is here. For those that's been to Whole Foods, I know y'all seen them hand scanners, man. There's other places that got them as well, but everybody, they understand that technology is pretty much the next thing to come. But the thing about it, what the lacking is the spiritual understanding of what that is, because it goes deeper than just them putting a chip inside you. This is a spiritual thing, because it's literally you committing fornication if you choose to put that inside of you, because now that chip is an idol. you put that if you put that inside of you, you are essentially bowing down to that idol, which you when you do declaring that the Most High is no longer your God and you chose to worship another God, man. So this is why this is deadly serious for you to know what that is, man.
That's right. And the prophets are making it clear. Right? Now, I just want to read the summary on this article. This is a long article, but I have it pulled up, summarized here on the Google Gemini. I don't have it pulled up on the screen, but I'll read it real quick before we, get into more scriptures and more articles. But here's a summary of this article that you see on the screen. It says, and I'm gonna read the main points here. It says the mainstreaming of globalism, right? So it goes into, it says that this text asserts that global coordination is no longer a hidden agenda, but is openly documented by international bodies like the World Economic Forum, WEF, and the United Nations. Yeah, these are those secret councils the scriptures talk about, man. The Lord said we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities, forces in high places, roughly paraphrasing, right? Reading on, first point, it says shift in perception. Ideas once dismissed as, quote, conspiracy theories are now part of public policy discussions, all right? So all of the stuff that the prophets have been warning you about, now all of this stuff is all part of public policy discussion. This is what these elites and these technocrats are talking about right in people's faces, that on the things that they called us conspiracy theories on. Yeah. Check that out. Right?
I got something for you, Capo.
Go ahead.
Just real quick. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, former things have come to pass, and new things I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
There you go. You got it out.
Is that not what we've been doing for a long time? Before we even got to this point, especially back when Apostle Tahar been speaking on this for years. Yep. Now we're clearly here, as the beloved brother brought out in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the 2nd and 3rd verse. Though it tarry, wait for it. It should surely come. It's here. We've been telling you for a long time. Hey, the RFID chip is a mark of the beast. It's gonna come. They're gonna bring forth a new system. They're gonna implement the beast system. And what people do, they laugh, they scoff, they thought it was a joke. Yep. Now we don't see too many scoffers on the comment board no more. We don't see people walking by the camp saying, I don't believe it. Because, hey, it's plain as day that everything's been lined up with the chip. Like the brother Priest said, we went to Whole Foods, the damn station right there. There's right beside you where you put your card. It's right beside it. So, hey, they're talking about it every day. They bring, and Esau so slick. Esau will have a segment on CNN or Fox News and shit, and they have a small segment about the RFID chip and stuff like that. People won't even notice it. They've done it a couple times. Had the co-host be like, "Would you take it?" "Oh no, I wouldn't take it." Blah blah blah. But that's them gradually bringing it forth to you, so you'll see that that's the new system that they're about to bring forth, man.
Right, because it was a clip I uploaded on my main page, the GMS Shining Light page, where they were joking about that on that show Ridiculousness that used to come on MTV, and they were saying pretty much, would you take a chip? And they over there laughing about that, but that's little by little being made normal. And when Trump, got in the second term, it's no coincidence that all the dudes that he appointed around him are pro-chip, like Dr. Oz, that brothers remember, that episode that he had where he talked about the chip on there, be all over YouTube. Now it's now it's gone. I got it on my phone, but I don't want to show it. But you had that, and then now you got RFK talking about putting shit inside of you. Trump had made that the thing with the medical system. So everything about his cabinet is all showing you that they're with this shit, man.
Yeah, isn't his daughter married to that guy that owned the building in New York, the 666 building? Yep. They bring forth the technology for the RFID chip.
Kushner.
Yeah. So, come on, man. It's plain as day. And they're, like the elder said, they're talking about it. It's in your face.
Yep. I'm gonna read a little bit more in the article. Let's go back. Right, a little bit more. We'll get more scriptures and whatnot. So back in the points in this article, will 2026 be the year when conspiracy theories about globalism are proven true? It says institutional frameworks, the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, and WF stakeholders capitalism, quote unquote, are cited as blueprints for global alignment, normalization of crisis. Emergency measures introduced during endemics or climate events are becoming permanent. Automated fixtures of governance. Now, here's the point. Next section, the technological control architecture. All right, that's the layout. All right, if you see on the screen, it says point number one. It says, and this highlights the convergence of several systems that collectively threaten individual sovereignty. Right? Somebody hold Revelation 13:15. It says, point one, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, described as tools that allow governments to track, restrict, or reverse spending based on behavioral compliance. Right? Number two, digital identity, the merging of health records, financial access, and online identity into a single system where societal participation becomes conditional. Artificial intelligence, AI, is portrayed as a force multiplier for centralized control, removing human accountability and replacing it with opaque algorithms, right? A little bit more, we're almost there. Spiritual and social resistance. Biblical perspective. The text draws parallels between current technological trends and scriptural warnings regarding centralized power and the loss of God-given freedom. Pushback. Resistance is growing among diverse groups, farmers, parents, workers, who perceive a fundamental loss of autonomy. Hey, real quick, I hold 2 Ezra 15. Get that real quick. And I'm gonna read this last point and we'll grab that. It says the 2026 tipping point. 2026 is identified as a potential point of no return where these systems may become fully operational and irreversible. Man, and that's pretty much the summary of this article here. All right. So give me that scripture out real fast.
Which one you want? The Revelation or
the other one? The second one I called for.
2 Ezra 15. Where you want to start at?
Yeah, get that. We're about sedition among men.
Kind. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse. I started verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. For one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Yep. For there should be sedition among men, evading one another. They should not regard their kings or princes, or the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
There you go. So that's what it was talking about. Where under the tab where it said pushback. Resistance is growing among diverse groups, farmers, parents, and workers who perceive a fundamental loss of autonomy, man. Because people are waking up. These Edomites, which we're gonna get into as well. All right, these Edomites, they're waking up to the beast system. They're waking up to the understanding that America is not controlled by America.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So these are all grounds for what? Sedition, revolts, revolution. These are the things that we're entering into of this year. You know what I'm saying? It could pop off this year or whatnot, but people are pissed off and they're standing up.
Yeah.
If I can add to that, because like you said, it's a growing number of people. They will label conspiracy theories now, but you can't use that word anymore because the majority of the so-called conspiracy theories out there have been true, have been proven to be true. They've came to pass. So, like you said, the people are waking up to the fact that the government has betrayed them. You know, these elites are pretty much fucking them over, because one thing that, you know, we've always said, you know, from the apostles on down is these Edomites, they wouldn't be speaking out like this if they still felt like they, you know, had control of their kingdom. But they're saying they're being X'd out as well. So this is why you see a lot of these people beginning to speak out. Like I said, their own tongue so fall upon themselves because they see that, you know, the elites don't have their best interests at heart. They see that they're going as well, man. But it's a growing number of articles and, you know, attacks on so-called, you know, conspiracy theorists because, like we said, man, the truth is coming out. So if I can grab this real quick. So this is the origin of the word conspiracy theorist. It says the term conspiracy theorist gained widespread use and negative connotations after the 1960s, largely due to a conspiracy theory itself suggesting that the CIA popularized the term in a 1967 internal memo to discredit critics of the official Warren Commission report of the JFK assassination. Though the term existed before then, with its usage spiking significantly after that era to label skeptics as irrational, while documented usage dates back to the 1800s, the modern political weaponization of the phrase to dismiss critics seems to stem from the post-JFK period. Because, you know, what we can use to, you know, extrapolate out of that, because what happened that led up to JFK's assassination is that he went against the elites, and they offed him, you know, because he was trying to, you know, return the Federal Reserve back to the gold standard, you know, and the elites was ready to, you know, move on from that. And, you know, once you go against their program, you know, they off you. So since then, people began to already suspect something was up. But, you know, as we, you know, leading up until today, Esau has gotten more sloppy. All right, they're more out front with everything. So the quote unquote conspiracy theories are really is just people are onto what Esau's doing now, man. So now you're having to clean up in his media, which is what we have on the screen here with Fauci, pretty much saying that conspiracy theories must be silenced because elites find themselves hanging from lampposts because people know that, you know, that they're behind all this, man. Why you think Trump got in office? He had to pardon this nigga because a lot of people knew that he was behind a lot of people dying from that jab, man.
Yep.
The juice.
We'll talk about that in that video if we can play that real quick.
Yep. Which one is it, Salakia?
It should be on there. Click on the shit with Oprah. See, or not Oprah, her. Is that it?
DC police have been
Is
swamped.
it right here?
Nah, not Mike. Nah, that's Mike.
Let me see if I can find that. Hold on.
Yeah, if you can find this one. Yeah. But I just want to add into there real quick.
Y'all go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I want to add in there real fast as well. Let me go back up. Okay. So here's the point. All right. It says, in the recent warning, the longtime NIH chief claimed that the normalization of untruths and conspiracy theories could collapse democracy itself and hold the global health cabal to account for crimes against humanity. Now, remember what happened back in 19? Let's go to that. Just add on to that. Okay, all the warnings that we put out there, all the videos brothers did, what happened? They were taken down, channels were removed. Brothers got strikes, right? Because what was going on? It was too much information coming out through alternative media. All right, just the truth behind those JABs and what we was doing to people. Look at the results today. All right, millions of people have been dropping dead for what reason? See, and they tried to say it was conspiracy theory. They tried to say that it was untrue, only to find out that everything that was being said was true.
Yeah, motherfucker died suddenly, whatever they was calling that shit.
Yep.
Motherfuckers, soccer players just drop them dead after they kick a ball and shit. It was bad, man.
Left and right.
Yeah, that's why they wanted to get rid of TikTok, because TikTok was really exposing that shit. People was talking on that about every day.
Yep. I got something real quick. Oh, go ahead, Prince.
Video. I can share it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Put my screen on here. Hold on,
my computer froze. Hold on, let me share your screen.
All right, so
people who are not like us who do push back on the missing.
All of these conspiracy theories came true. Let's just be real. Let's listen to this guy. Let's see if we can. Oh, I think I got it here.
They were completely right in their demonstration. That is different than the normalization of untruths and conspiracy theories and crazy things that are going on now that I don't need to explain to you. Turn your television on or go into social media and you'll see it. We're dealing in very, very difficult times. What one can do about it is, to the extent possible, push back on the misinformation and disinformation. Do not accept the normalization of untruths as something that's normal. Because when people get discouraged and throw up their hands and say, well, what are you going to do? You know, social media, they just spout out these things that are absolutely untrue, from things as ridiculous that COVID vaccines have killed more people than COVID. I mean, the data doesn't mean anything. And when people say that and it gets amplified on social media, the people who are not like us, who do it for a living, they see that. And when you normalize untruths, then no one knows what true is really true. And guess what? When you look at history, when that happens, that's when democracies fall apart.
And what that is ultimately is everybody's waking up to Amalek's bullshit. You know? And so, like I said, now all this is damage control because they know that they're being exposed. If I can get a quick precept,
you got it, brother.
This is the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 9. It says, "For inquisition shall be made into the counsel of the ungodly, and the sound of his word shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds." Now, as we have shown through, you know, various articles, videos, like a good one, when you go on Rumble, it goes into who is Esau Edom, I believe is the part 3, where it exposes that all the people that was behind the jab was all small, tiny tots, man. You know, the whole portion of that whole thing from that, you know, from the start of the demic to you know, the end of that was all, you know, Amalek doing that shit, man. So it shows you that it was all population control, man, amongst other things, man.
That's right. I got one real quick. I got two real quick. There's Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. "And he shall destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." Nobody's believing his lies anymore, man, especially from the American government, man. Like the brother said, everybody knows the American government is backed by the tiny tops, and they're controlled. So nobody's believing that shit anymore, especially around us, because he kept contradicting himself. If you take it, you good. You ain't got to take it no more. Hey, now you got to take another one. Like, motherfuckers like, damn, motherfucker, look up. Motherfucker got about 4 juices in him, cuz. It's still sick.
Yeah. All of a sudden, everybody full of goddamn blood clots and shit. Just perfectly healthy people just dropping dead out of nowhere, man. Come on, bro. That was controlled, man. Because they wanted a lot of people to die, man.
All of this shit is coming out, man. And we called it back then. 2019 was a nasty year, bro.
Yeah, it was dark.
Hey, if I can add one more point to that too, and what showed you that was a controlled depopulation is who was the main one that was pushing to get it. They said it is important for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans to be the first to get it. Why? Because they knew it was gonna kill you, man.
I got one more.
Like brothers bring out what happened to that fat lady, the fat black lady talking about, so I'm gonna just stick my arm out and take it. I'm not going. Hey, nobody saw her after that video, bro. She probably dead somewhere.
I think she already been in the ground, bro.
Like that nurse that took it and passed out after.
Passed the fuck out, and that was one of the first videos. And that shit, you couldn't even find that video no more. She took that shit and boom. It was like shit. You couldn't find that video no more. Brothers used to look for that video. That shit was gone. They was like, she's dead. They was like, no, she's not dead. Like shit.
Somebody did some digging. They found her Facebook post, but that motherfucker ain't have a post since that video. So yeah, she dead, bro.
I got one real quick. We'll jump back. This 2 Esdras chapter 6, verse 27. "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." And this is what you're seeing, man. Like it says, man, the conspiracy theorists, they're right the whole time. Everything we've been saying has been on point, man. And this is why Esau Edom, what is he doing? He's coming with damage control. He's trying to hurry up and put forth these legislations to get what we're saying off the internet. It says, "As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared." And this is what you're seeing being made manifest here in the last days, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. The truth according to the Bible, and who's ruling, and the system that's been laid forth, man. Esau Edom, he can't hide no more, man. All his lies and the deceptions, it's not working no more. Everybody's figuring out that you are the wicked, that you are the sickest person on this earth, man, that's doing all this wicked shit that's going on, man.
Yeah. No, it's like, go ahead.
Go ahead, priest. Go ahead. Go make your point because I was looking for the article that I brought out some years ago just to show you. It's all out here, man. We at the end. You got
I
it.
got two. So the first one, just land backing off what Tazama just said, everybody is starting to see Esau for who he really is. This is the prayer of Azariah chapter 1, verse 9. It says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God, to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world. And that's being shown. So that's Esau, the so-called white man. All right. This man, he is as death. All right. And so now he's getting to the point, starting with the Amalekites, that they're being blasted so much to where they're about to make it illegal to speak on them, man. All right. Because like it was, I think you brought up Ashar, like I think last year, that article about how they said that if you anti-Zionist, you're pretty much anti-Shemite.
And if you anti, you know what, anti-Jews.
Yeah, you're anti-Shemite too.
Yeah,
you know. So they're making it to where you can't speak against anything they're doing. Like Trump, you know, when he got in office, he was pretty much saying if you don't stand with Israel, then you know you deserve to die and all that bullshit. So we're at a point now to where they're indirectly coming at the prophets, but it's going to be to a point where they're about to be direct, which is why we're starting to see the Bible being attacked in certain parts of the world. So this is Isaiah 29 and 21. It says that make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. And so this is how we know that the famine of the word is extremely close because they're attacking the Bible, man. I saw a brother video earlier, you know, going into how Esau pretty much is coming at the prophets. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but that's where we are with it, man. All right. Because these so-called conspiracies, all right, are being shown through the scripture that we bring out that Esau is really doing this shit, man.
Shit, bro. Everything that was in the dark is now being manifest. And like before we move on, just wanted to add on because we was talking about the JABs, and I had brought this lesson out or this article out a few times in a different format, but it's from Cambridge University, and the title was "Future Bioweapons Could Kill People with Specific DNA." So who is that? Who do you think they're talking about? Right?
Yeah.
It says that could mean weapons that could only target specific ethnic groups. All right. So this all came out around the time of the vid, man, and that's why they was pushing so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. You got to get this first. This is for you. You know what I'm saying? It was all part of the design. And look, millions and billions have dropped dead since that time, and it's all coming out.
Right. And then to add to your point, who was one of the main ones promoting that shit alongside Esau? You sell out Israelite camps, man. ISUPK, IURC, you know, brothers got the receipts where y'all was telling General Yohana, General whatever the nigga name is, Captain Cesariak, Nate, all these guys were telling their congregation to take that shit, showing that you got paid off, man. So what we think gonna happen when they put the chip, man? The same thing.
Same thing.
A lot of blood, okay. A lot of blood is in your hands. Hey, Ezekiel 33, real quick, and then we'll move on. We got a few more things, right? But hey, this world, you thought 2025 was bad. Shit.
Shit, me.
Hell
Right.
no.
Exactly. This is
what they say. It's just getting started.
Just getting started. Yeah, this is Ezekiel 33 and verse 2. It says, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, that the people of the land take a man of the coast and set him for their watchman, all right, because the prophets were set up to observe and watch, right? Verse 3, and when he seeth the sword come upon the land and he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet, this is Ezekiel 33 and 4, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. And that's all you people that took that damn JAB, man.
Yep.
Cooked. All right. We warned y'all, man. And now all of the information, all of the truth is coming out. The scandals, how Fauci and all them damn devils lied. The shit that was in there. You gotta watch the video that brothers did lessons on. What's the Edomite name? Stanley Plotkin.
Yep.
You know,
the father of the V.
The father of the V. It was like a 9-8 hour grilling session of all the shit that was inside the JAB, man.
Yeah, he had to speak on the oath. He was on the oath.
Yeah, he was letting it all out. And also another parallel to show you that was some shit too is how they said that it's a increase of HIV/AIDS And majority of the people got it is the ones that got that juice, man. Which
that was one of the proteins.
Said, the father of the jab, he said it was in there too. That was one of the bonding agents for it.
And who helped create HIV? Robert Gallo and Dr. Fauci.
Yep. Reading on, Ezekiel 33 and 4 again. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take it not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his own head. Verse 5.
Yep.
He heard
Dr. Fauci. He helped push the scare of AIDS, but he didn't actually create the virus though.
Okay. Yeah, Robert Gallo is something. Gallo, he created it. He created it in the lab.
It says, verse 5, and verse 5, it says, he heard Ezekiel 33 and 5, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood should be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Verse 6, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. See, this is what we're saying. All these camps, these leaders that told you to take this shit. Look what's going on right now, man. Even back then, I believe when Nate said that he had told his people to take it, I think like 20 had dropped dead or something like that. 20 people, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it was somewhere around the lines. The brother can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember he was on camera talking about
it was
that.
about 20. He said we done lost about 20 members or something like that.
You see what I'm saying? So he got.
I remember that video.
You know.
Yeah, I remember that video when he had I think she was a nurse or something. She had called in and asked him if she should take it. And he was like, "You take the juices when you travel to other countries, right?" So he was like, "Just take it. It's just another juice."
Exactly.
So he's on record for saying it multiple times, man.
Horrible counsel, man. Much blood is on them guys' hands, man. And then how much more when they tell their congregation to take the chip? See? So anyway, let's move on. All right, we made them points. Hey, 2026 is going to be a hell of a year, right? Anyway, this article here is from the New York Times.
One more correction, because you was thinking about the age thing, so that we get the edification just for that. The dude's name that created it was Dr. Hillary Koprowski.
Okay.
It says between 1954 and 1957, he knowingly infected over 1 million African, he said Africans, but us, with AIDS by telling them it was the polio vaccine. So, just bring that edification for that. So Esau is always creating biochemical warfare on our people.
Hey, that's real quick. Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the scriptures say to never trust thy enemy, man. Look what's going on, man. Same thing.
You just made me think about that. Because what did that fat nigga General Yohana say, man? He was like, yo, Esau told you not to take it so he can keep the jazz for himself. So that means you should take it.
That was the most dumbest. He said that shit. I was like, that shit just sound weak. Like he ain't had nothing else to say. He was like, see what's going on. See the white man. Yeah, see, they made it. They don't want you niggas to take it. I think you should take it. They trying to keep it to themselves. I think you should take it.
Wicked.
So I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. these are the men. These are the men that devised wicked counsel in the city.
That shit was crazy.
No.
And the same man that said, "What? I'm gonna get the chip, and you gonna get it too. You gotta eat."
Yeah, he did.
He said that. We got the receipts on these niggas, man.
On
you
the
gotta
record.
eat, don't you? You gotta
on the
eat.
record.
You think
so?
God
Anyway,
cares if you take a microchip?
Yeah. God cares. You think God cares? You take a microchip?
Hey, they're gonna be judged with many stripes, right? So let's move on to this point. This is from the New York Times. As you see on the screen, you already know what this is about, right?
Yep.
Check this out. So it says here in the headline, a rupture over Israel is tearing MAGA apart. And we did lessons going into how Trump's fan base, MAGA fan base, is falling apart because of these scandals. All right, trafficking the kids. All right, and then you got a lot of these average Americans, these Edomites, these right wingers, that have come to the realization that America is owned by the tiny tops. All right, So this is causing uproars. This is causing sedition. All right. Egyptian versus Egyptian. It says for 40 years, Christian Zionism was a powerful force in American politics. A new generation on the right is taking cues from elsewhere, right? So let me just get to the point. Okay. Because the world is rising up against the tiny top, man. He can't hide no more. Right?
I got a quick precept if I can.
Okay, yeah, bring it out. I'm gonna read these 2 points.
This is just add to what you just read, what you're reading. Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Yep.
There you
Okay.
go.
Everybody's sick of these damn tiny tots, man.
Facts. So while reading on, the straight to the point here in this article, it says, but inside the Republican Party, something seems to be shifting. A recent Manhattan Institute survey of Republicans nationwide found that a majority of the party's long-standing voters remain firmly pro-Israel, but that a sizable minority, quote unquote, of new Republican voters, younger, more diverse, and more likely to have voted for Democrats in the past, are more critical of the J estate. Right? All eyes on these people. It says often their sentiments are darker than mere criticism. The Manhattan Institute survey found that a significant number of young Republican voters reported openly racist or anti-you-know-what views. Some of the comments during the accompanying focus group with 20 Gen Z conservatives were positively chilling. One participant praised Hitler's leadership values. Another claimed that Israel had ties to human trafficking. Still others called the Jays a force for evil. See that? These are the talking points, right? Now we're gonna get to it. Let me read on, right? And we'll grab scriptures, bear with us. So here we go. It says, separating at the right's mounting criticism of Israel, often made on the grounds of American self-interest, from the rising anti-you-know-what inside the Republican ranks can be difficult. Many of the ideologies revived by Make America Great Again movements, such as nationalism, Christian nationalism, and nativism, have not only helped to fuel attacks on America's support for Israel, they have given political cover to anti-you-know-what that has been building up since the days of the so-called alternative right. Right? Now here's the point. Right here, this paragraph here, and we'll move on. It says the right-wing media activist classes now appear to be in an open civil war over the matter of Israel. Candace Owens has called for the J estate, quote, demonic, while spinning out wild anti-Israel conspiracy theories on her popular weekly YouTube show. Closer to the mainstream, Tucker Carlson, one of the most influential MAGA voices, has described Christian Zionism as a, quote, brain virus and categorized evangelical support for Israel as Christian heresy. See that? And like I said before in the lesson that I did yesterday, right? Just want to add this real quick. All right, we told you, again, these two characters, Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, would be in the forefront of anti-you-know-what.
Yep.
Right? So we saw this. We saw the play coming from a mile away, man.
Yeah, because you can't forget that that guy was at the World Economic Forum sitting front row, Tucker Carlson. So he already had his occultal personality role to be playing in this upcoming year, just like she was. She's married to a tiny top, so that's the shit that we tripping off. So I'll be like, why does her talking points be like that? She's married to one. She had a kid with one, and he's at the World Economic Forum surrounded by him. So that's how you know it's all controlled chaos, man.
Yeah, controlled opposition, because Candace Owens, we found her actor profile. You know, brothers did expose on that. So everybody is playing their part in Esau's his circus show. Can you put that, Baba Kashai, can you put that video I just sent you on the screen?
Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 second.
You know, it's a little satire, but it shows you exactly what we're talking about, man. This is what Trump is about to start doing. You know, because every eye is pretty much beginning to look at Amalek for who they are, and Trump, you know, is being used to pretty much bring in the defense for that, man. You know, That's why you see in Not a Jew, you know, we're speaking about how he's going to be like the first non-Israeli. Pretty much they say he's the first like non-Israeli person to be given like some award over in Israel. I forget the exact.
Oh, they
award.
gave him the they just gave him that award the other day too. Damn, pretty.
He's getting praise for
Look it up.
defending them though, man. You know.
I got you. I just pulled it up. You want to play it?
Con.
All right.
Got the children?
Yeah.
Good. Where's my money?
You get it when the job's done.
If I don't get my money, I'm releasing those files on you.
Well, I got files on you too, bitch.
Your Majesty, there's a riot in the town square.
Yes, and there's a riot every week.
They're criticizing the Jews.
That's anti-central.
So what? We can't handle a little criticism.
I like money. And if they start questioning what we're doing with those kids, we'll lose our money.
You're right. Money is more important than integrity. I'll take care of it. We will not tolerate any criticism of the Jews in my magical kingdom. The Jews is our greatest ally. If you criticize him, we will cut out your tongues and publicly execute you by way of Gregory.
Can we criticize Jesus?
Yes, that is encouraged.
Cut your hair, you fairy.
Where are the Jews files? You mean the hoax files? Are we still talking about that?
I saw the Jews take kids into the tunnels. Where are they? What have you done with them?
Fake news. That's fake news and very anti-citrus.
Are you criticizing the Jews? No, I'm just asking questions.
Questioning the Jews, our greatest ally, is banned in my kingdom. Seize the ferret.
Friends, no.
We don't question our friends. If you question the Jews, that's anti-citrus. We will make an example of this scrolled. At noon on the morrow, it will be executed. Let this be a lesson to you all.
Like I said, it's satire, but this is actually what's about to happen, man. You know, so it's showing that this is no joke, man. This is all you so-called prophets and men of the Lord out there that you proclaim to be of the Spirit. This is what you need to prepare your mind for as well, man, because Esau is about to come against anybody that's speaking out against these small hats and what they're doing in the earth, man.
That's what it's all about.
Can I get the rewards? These are the rewards Trump has received. He's about to receive one. The brother priest just brought out, and he already got two. And I think he received like some type of like a big plaque one time too. It says the Israel Prize announced by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in December of 2025 will be awarded in 2026. The Israeli Presidential Medal of Honor he received in 2025, and a Lifetime Achievement Award in December 2025. So he's the front man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the front man for the Tiny Tots. This is why you keep seeing that they keep giving him all these rewards and things like that. And then they got I did a video on it earlier, how he's the first Tiny Top president.
Yeah,
like he's the first Tiny Top president, and they was bragging how this is his second term being the first Tiny Top president and stuff like that. Because he's basically the front guy, so you won't be able to speak out of what they got going on.
So,
remember, I showed y'all about that video a while ago. He secretly converted to Judaism. Was it 2007 or something like that, or 17?
2017. Yep. So it's all here, man. Got a few more things before we wrap up the lesson. All right, we made a lot of points. All right, but I want to finish off with this. All right, tons of scriptures on the comment boards from you bros, right? But anyway, last point here, and we'll wrap this up. All right, so again, will 2026 be a year of war with Iran, Russia, and China? All right, give me that in Jeremiah 49.
49 and 20.
Yep. Okay, and I'll read this real quick before we grab it. It says, I think that nearly the entire population of the world would like to see peace in 2026. But global events just continue to drag us towards war. I honestly do not understand why more people are not upset about this. The drum beats of war seem to get louder with each passing day, and we are getting dangerously close to a point of no return. Nobody wanted World War I to happen, but once it started, nobody could stop it. And it says, and more than 20 million people died. Nobody wanted World War II to happen, but once it started, nobody could stop it, and more than 50 million people died. Now we have reached the stage where a war between major powers should be unthinkable because of the immense power of the weapons that we now possess. We are not very careful. Billions of people could die before World War III is finally over. All right, so here we are. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, because we've gone into this already, but just bring out the scripture just to show you, man. 2026 is going to be the year, bro. It got to be the year where this shit hit the fan. Lord willing.
This Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and in his purpose that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. And it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and surely he shall make their inhabitants desolate with them.
Yeah. So again, all right, the tiny tops are going to draw America and also Europe in this war, as we talked about yesterday. That Iran is in a total war against America, Israel, and NATO, man. All right, so we're at the brink of destruction. Okay,
I got another one for you.
Yep.
Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Yehoshaphat, and I will plead with them. Therefore, my people and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. And all this, what you're seeing taking place, is the Lord gradually gathering all the nations down to the Yehoshaphat for judgment, because all the nations are going to be drawn into this war. It's going to be a global war, especially when you read in 2nd Ezra 13th chapter. That's when the Lord is going to put the spirit on all the nations to fight against them. But you're seeing what you're seeing taking place in Venezuela with America and Venezuela, Russia and China. They all have ties to that oil. America just trying to go over there, they're trying to bully it and trying to take over it. Then you see what's going on with Iran and Gaza. Iran is already saying Iran already said three nights ago that they're waging war with the West. They're waging war with the United States and Europe nations. So they already telling you. And then you're gradually seeing what? You're seeing Europe is separating from the whore. They're saying they're separating from America. So we're seeing wars being waged as America's gradually being isolated, which is beautiful. Bible prophecy is being made manifest right before your eyes, man. Everything is taking place, man.
You go. That's it, man. And then, just the last point before we wrap it up, I was holding on this because, hey, we're at that 250-year marker starting in July 4th?
July 4th, 2026.
2026, man. All right. So I'm just showing you just to have some type of spiritual awareness of the signs of the times, man. Okay. Hey, this thing can go down, the chip war, cyber attack, the total shutdown of Babylon, man. Who knows what's going to happen, man? But you got to be prepared spiritually for these things to go. All right. So death is definitely at America's door. All right. Babylon the Great is about to be destroyed, man. All right. That's why we're imploring you, you Jakes out there to repent, man, to return back to Yahweh Shemel Shai before it's all said and done, man. Make no turn to turn to the Lord.
That's right.
So all these things all equal up to the total destruction of Babylon the Great, America, man.
Right. That's why the scriptures say to keep thy eyes single, man. Hey, focus on the mission at hand, man. Don't allow this world to swallow you up, bro. Because this shit is, man, we here. We here.
Yeah. I got something real quick. This Daniel's, because as the elder said, this is this upcoming July will be 250 years. But we know through the Spirit, the Most High set this devil up for a period of time. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. The matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, that the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So this is the Most High's movie. This is why Esau, Edom, and these people in the world, they don't understand that the Most High moves on his time. See, Esau, Edom, he been want to get this new world order off the ground, but this is the Most High movie. Everything lining up with Bible prophecy had to be fulfilled before his kingdom would go down. Because like the scripture said, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. He got the scriptures, and the men of the Lord, we're the ones giving you the blueprint. We're giving you the scriptures on all the various things lining up with prophecy that will take place before this devil actually go down, man.
Yeah.
And it says, and give it to whosoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men. So the Most High set up the lowest of the low, Esau, even the so-called white man, for this his last little season. When you read Revelation 20:1-3, man, this is the last rulership of the Edomite. He's at his wit's end, man.
Yep.
As the scripture say, hey, what is it, Job 20:5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. Yeah, this it. He ain't got much time left, man.
Kind. I can add to that one more precept. This is Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bound that he cannot pass." And as we just had on the screen, all right, kingdoms don't go on past that 250-year mark. So we literally are at the end of Esau's empire. So all the stuff that we're seeing dealing with the technocracy, the New World Order system. This is Esau's skewed attempt of him trying to usurp over the Most High's boundary that he has set for him, and thinking that he's going to actually live forever, which he's not, man. It's set that he's going to go down, man. Yahweh Shai has set the rule next, along with the 144,000 and the rest of Israel.
Shit, man. Heavy stuff, man. Heavy stuff.
This is it, man.
That's it.
Don't get weak.
As we say, ain't no turning back from here.
Nah, bro. Hell no. We didn't like that quote. We didn't come this far just to come this far, bro. We want to make it to the end. We want to see, like it says in Sirach, man. We want to be able to witness the fall of our enemy, man. All right, we're witnessing fall. We're witnessing him fall now. But we want to actually see him fall in those ships when we see this place burn up. All right, from the chariot, man.
That's right. Yeah, we're very, very close, man. We see the system being implemented. We see that, like we always say, who knows? Something could take place tonight. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we know through the spirit that Esau Edom likes to start the year off with a bang. Look at that, man.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Things are happening, bro.
We'll be called up. We'll be called up, man.
Heavy stuff, bro.
Can I read one more and you put that on the screen, brother? Let me read one more. I must.
You got it, brother.
Give me 1 second.
Lots of spiritual things happening, man. We just giving the warning to you true believers out there, man, to stay ready, stay on the ready. All right. Yeah.
Keep the vision. That's the thing, man. The scripture say, without vision, the people perish. Hey, the reason why you see a lot of Jake beginning to sell out and get weak and give up, because they don't have a vision. They're letting this world overcome them, and ultimately, the majority of it is because they're afraid that Esau's going to win. You got to stay tapped into the source, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to give us that peace, like the lesson I just did last night. He's going to give us the true peace that we desire, man. So we don't have nothing to worry about, man.
That's right, bro.
Hey, I'll read this for you, Elder. You can break it down. This Isaiah chapter 26, while that's on the screen, which is beautiful. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
Yeah, the elect, they're going to get beamed up into the fathership. They're going to get beamed up into the chariot, man. And they're going to be covered from the nuclear destruction. That's why I said, hide thyself for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. Right? That's the only way out is up. The only way out is Yahweh Shai, man.
Verse 21, it says, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
There you go. Hey, the presence of the Lord is here, man. Right? He's here. The heavenly host is here. Okay. Like we talked about earlier, the appointed prophecies have to come to pass before the Lord makes his grand debut.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Hey, it gotta be beautiful. It gotta be you gotta think about the Lord, the way you watch these movies, how it get built up at the end and that dramatic. And you know, in them old classic movies, they got the drums and the sounds and the horns and and that's how the Lord's coming back, man. It gotta have that beautiful dramatic scene at the end before he really just shut it down, before he take it, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man.
That's right. Heavy scriptures by the Akim, man. The water.
Hey, Khan, the water, bro. The water.
So yeah, hey, Lord willing, like I said, we'll wrap it up. Let's preach. You got anything else you want to add in there?
Nah, the brothers got the ones I was looking for, so nah.
Yep.
Tasma,
you got anything else?
Nah, beautiful points, man. Hey, we here, man.
That's it. We here. So hey, New Year's Eve of Destruction, 2026. The beast system that's being implemented. Lord willing. Again, let's go back to the photo. Right, Lord willing. This year is the year. All right. So hey. Pray that you were edified. We want to close it out by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Heavy, Thawada Akyong.